don't know if anybody can hear me. Daddy-O's mic is on. Oh, they can. Look at that. Gen Z kid, can you check mom's mic for me? Can you let me know if that's a thing or not there? Hold on one second. Let me jump over here. And empty the jar. Let me know. If you can hear that, say something. Boom. Say something nice and wonderful.
I like cheeseburgers.
Thank you. I like cheese. What a great
Cheeseburgers
thing.
go well with fries.
Okay, we heard you.
I wrote a personal statement at school today.
Here we go.
I said, I like cheeseburgers.
You're blowing up the microphone. You don't have to swallow the fucking thing.
I'm sorry.
God, all right. So I got to tell you that I was really prepared. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. No, can you tell I'm in a good mood right now? I'm in a little bit better of a mood. I want to tell you I was in a pissed off, piss poor fucking mood. Jake Kastelik, I was going to bring you up earlier. I thought about it. Jake, member for 5 months, bottom of the glass nation. Good evening, General. We just got our power, internet, water back on. I was just going to ask, has anybody heard from Jake? I still may show the note. I might show the note, but I was wondering that. Brian, $9.99. General, I'm shocked on the amount of technological advances this channel has made. How did the kid convince you of these uncomfortable changes? I didn't know Gen X could make changes. Are you referring to teaching an old dog new tricks? Is that the reference that I'm hearing from you, my friend Brian? I don't know. Maybe I'm a sucker for punishment. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm a glutton. Who knows? We'll just, we can make up an answer and insert it, and then we'll move along. All right. There's more changes coming, too. Oh, my God. I just am getting on a roll, and here's Gen X mom snuggling up to the mic. Now, wait. Did you see snuggling up to the mic?
Yes.
I didn't say slither or
Hello.
sachet.
Yes.
Snuggling
Good evening,
up to
everyone.
There we go.
So, right off the top of the bat,
Yeah.
my sister-in-law texted me and said, we are watching. So, the Sun Valley Fox and his wonderful, beautiful wife are watching you. You're on the spot now.
All right, well, let me put on my Sun Valley Fox mode. I don't care. Who gives a shit? As long as Mrs. Four Watton's here, gives a shit about the rest of everybody else. I don't even know, don't even care. Okay, why do I look so fucking... Oh, you know what? Did you change the settings on that? Look how I look on this, kid. Come here. I'm like Santa Claus right now. I got a fucking cherry nose and shiny cheeks. What the fuck's going on? And he's leaving.
I thought it was the big light, but yes, I see.
It might be the big light.
No, it's this. I can tell.
Are you sure?
Better?
It's a little bit better. Hey, Gen X Mom, turn off that light on top. Whoa, look at all the color changes in here. Does not make me red. I've already fucking looked like Santa Claus right now. Santa Claus mode activated. All right, what else is in here? Tomash, General, it's my birthday. Oh, Tomash spoiled it. He said it's my birthday. That many friends in Gen X Mom wished me on Discord 37 years. I had something I was going to say, Tomash. You just had to wait, buddy. You just had to be patient. You had to have a little faith in the Hefe. You fucking jumped the gun. Oh, Tomash, I love you, but I want you to go outside right now, punch yourself once in the face, come back in and sit down. All right, Tomash, you hang on there. So the Sun Valley Fox is on with his beautiful bride. I actually had something to say there, too. But it was in a good mood. I was in a good mood starting about 7 minutes ago. No, it's true. I can even tell you why. Yes, I have permission to say why. Now, I need you guys to take notes right now. I'm looking between the sheets. You have to take some notes right now. You have to take notes. This is important. There's some bad news. Not going to lie. Going to tell you there's some bad news. And we're going to get over it. We're going to get past it. And I'm not going to go too deep into the bad news. But I had 2 phone calls that turned the bad news into almost spectacular news, which that's the part I can't quite get into, but you'll get the gist. All right. Some of you have bought tickets to Flappers on Saturday night, 2 nights from now. We know that was a big deal because the kid was missing his homecoming dance, his senior homecoming dance. Once he realized the conflict of date, he just, on his own, he said, I made a commitment to go. I'm going to go. I'll miss the homecoming. He did the mature thing. Some other things have come up that are making it impossible for us to go. The bad news on that is we're not going. We can't make it. We can't go. I'm still going to encourage everyone to buy a ticket, because the comics that are going to be there, the real comics, this is how they eat. I am going to buy some tickets. I am going to buy some tickets knowing I'm not going. I'm going to buy tickets because this is how these guys make a living. And it's not very much money. The tickets are like $15. And it doesn't seat very many people. They were splitting up. If the place sold out, they were splitting up a little money. I called Flappers today. I got on the phone. I spoke to someone down there, and I was trying to apologize and say, here's the situation. Here's what's going on. And the dude says, look, man, you're not the first guy to not show up. This is comedy. People fucking don't show up all the time. And we're not even a headliner. We're doing a Saturday afternoon gig. It's not like we're headlining, on a Saturday night starting at 9 or something. It's and I was apologizing in case he says, no, look, man, it's gonna be fine. Don't sweat it. No harm, no foul. We'll figure it out. The other comics will go a little bit longer. They'll fill in the gaps. And then I took a chance. The comics that we were going to be performing with, they follow us. Yeah, they follow us. It's either on Instagram or Facebook. They follow Gen X Talks. They pay attention to videos and stuff like that, and the ambush videos, which fucking suck. And so I reached out to one of the guys and said, "Hey, I'm apologizing to you." And I messaged him my phone number, and he called me, and I said, listen, I'm sorry about this, and here's what I'm doing, here's what's going on, and some other stuff. And he's like, no problem, man. It's cool. We'll figure it out. And he offered, he said, I still want to do stuff with you guys. I still want to do stuff. It doesn't have to be at Flappers. It can be at Flappers. We have some stuff. We have some options. And the conversation went on for a very long time. Through that conversation with this guy who's funny as fuck. If you guys look, his name's, what was his name? Darren Carter. Look him up. I didn't know him by name. But when I saw his face, I'm like, heck, I know that guy. I've seen a ton of his stuff on YouTube, and the guys he does stuff with. Wonderful guy, very down to earth, super fucking funny. And he's like, this is no big deal, not a problem at all. We'll square things away. We'll do the show. I said, look, man, I know you guys are taking the door. I'm going to buy some tickets. Gen X Talks fans are there's a lot of fans that would still give $10, $20, $15. They would still do it. It's the right thing to do for you guys. We're the ones backing out. These are good fans, so we're going to buy the tickets. We're going to help you guys out, and I hope it goes well. And he was like, no problem. The conversation after that, which is one that I probably couldn't get into, a ton of, was amazing. I mean, this guy's fucking smart. He's funny. He's full of ideas in life. This is the part I can't. We just had a preliminary conversation, so it's not like I can say, oh, we're going to play the White House at the next presidential birthday. No, not at all. But I left that conversation probably feeling better about myself and Gen X Talks than I ever would have hoped to. And the dude conveniently slid in humor and accepted my apology and combined all that into a thing and let me off the hook feeling great. I can't tell you how grateful I am that he returned my call. And we will be talking more. And I'm sorry for all of you who are going to make it a Gen X Talks evening. Remember, we were only going to go from 4:30 till 6 or something, or 6:30 or 7 or whatever it was. So we were planning on fucking up your evening by not being funny, Gen X Talks. And then, so if we ruin everything, if we destroy the other comics and make them not funny because we're toxic about that way, you still had plenty of time on Saturday evening to go do what you wanted. You still had plenty of time to recover that evening, which was, Darren was funny. He's like, yeah, I'd always thought it was kind of weird you guys were doing Gen X Talks brings you the Common Sense comedy night at 4:30 in the afternoon. That... Common sense would say people are not going to go looking for a good time at 4:30 in the afternoon on a Common Sense tour. I said, well, we're old. Who knows? The old people might follow along. We all eat dinner about that time. Don't old people eat dinner? My brother-in-law does. In fact, it's what time is it? It's 6 o'clock right now where my brother lives. He's probably already finished his dessert and he's in his jammies. My brother-in-law's got a onesie that he wears with a little cap that goes on. And that cap, dinner's at 4:30, dessert's like at 5:30 or 6, and then he has a hot bath, and then he gets in his onesie with his little cap, and he's probably sitting there right now watching us all dressed and ready, nestled in, getting ready for bed. So it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to say that old people could consider us dinner comedy, dinner theater. Why not? 6 o'clock. That's right about the time. Yeah. So anyway, We cannot make it. We have to pull it off the calendar. I'm still leaving the tickets out there. If any of you leave the tickets purchased that you have purchased, and you want me to reimburse you for them, I will reimburse you for them. You just send me your ticket, send me your receipt where you bought them. I will be happy to reimburse you. I'm not leaving those guys hanging. We're not going to rescind any tickets. These are cool cats, and this just falls squarely on my shoulders. And so we're also going to try to hustle up tomorrow to get the kid to his dance. We got a lot of work to do in a real short amount of time, but he's going to go. We're going to try to get him to go to do that. He's bummed about the comedy thing, but he's excited about the dance. It's a two-edged sword. Anyway, I wanted to lead that off telling you that it's a bummer that we're not doing it, but I want you guys to know the conversation is going to lead to things great, and I'm so excited. I apologize for all of you who bought tickets and were planning on going. I know some of you are flying in from around the world, as you do, and I'm not reimbursing you guys for your plane tickets and your hotel room and your rental car. No. Just the $15 ticket. That's all I'm going to do is let you buy the ticket. Now I'm starting to sound like Eddie Murphy, who was imitating Bill Cosby, and I'm probably not doing a great job, but that's where I was going with that thought. Anyway, so I know what I was going to do. While we're here, something that I have Allie between the sheets tonight, and she would not even know where to begin with this because I didn't bring it up, because I didn't share it with her, but I did it myself. I just got to find, there it is right there. Okay, just so you guys know, copy. We come into here, bump, paste. All right, now we're here. And I want you guys to save this or click on this. This is the guy that I was talking to. This is the one. I just put up the link right there for you. That's a Discord. That's the one. You need to go check that. Not right now. Don't leave the live stream right now and go check him out. No, this is you got to stick around. But when you're done, if you saved it, if you clicked it, opened up in another tab, go look at it later. This is the guy I was talking to tonight. This is the him and I. We started a friendship today that I'm very happy about. So it's working out very well. We'll see where it goes from there. But that's your lead-in. Brian, $19.99. Buy a ticket on me, General. If you're a blessing, I'm behind it. No, yeah, Brian. I will take that $20 right now, Brian, and I thank you. Buy a ticket on me, General. If you're blessing it, I'm behind it. I promise you, this is a good thing for some good guys. This is how they make their living. I fucked it up. It's on me. I'm going to buy some tickets. Brian, thank you for doing that. I'm in. I'm with you. I'm going to do it. Trash for Life member for 2 months, bottom of the Glass Nation. Thank you very much for hanging out. I'm not sure why you're still here, man. Did you not see when you joined up? I understand people make mistakes. But you're still here, man. Thrash for Life, you're still here. All right, hang on if you want, brother. Member, Zachariah Conklin, welcome to the Legion of X. Zachariah, just grab an adult beverage and relax. Everything's going to be just fine. Trust me. And every time I say the word trust me, you can trust me. Oh, it's a God-given fact. Right now, if you saw me say trust me, if I tell you the words trust me, and you looked up to God, it's like, should I be trusting him when he says trust me? God will be sitting there filing his fingernails going, yeah, he's good. You're okay. Good. You're good to go. Go ahead. Trust him. That's the image I need you to have in your head right now. Yeah, God files his nails. It's a thing. Trust me. God and I, we're tight. Willie Barron, $5 run for government. Too many skeletons in my closet. I can't get there from here. Lionheart, who's on Mrs. 4? Is she not here? It was important. I gave her a little plug there, telling her how much I loved her. I got to change my screen there. Let's see what's going on. My eyes got old all of a sudden. All right, so McMarley, Eddie Murphy is awesome. Cosby, not so much. Yeah, but I was doing Eddie Murphy doing Bill Cosby. You remember that scene? You guys remember that? Was that Delirious or was it Raw? It was one of Delirious or Raw. Remember Eddie Murphy was doing Bill Cosby. I think maybe if you do Bill Cosby, that would not be cool because of the circumstances and where he's at in life right now. But if you can imitate Eddie Murphy imitating Bill Cosby, isn't there 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon or something in there? Isn't that how that works? Aren't you guilty by non-association? That's the way I was viewing it. All right. Whatever. What do I know? Brian, member for 6 months. Bottom of the Glass Nation. Guess I've only been a member for 3 months. I thought it was closer to a year. I must have missed a payment. Ha ha, 460 credit score happens. Well, Brian, then you're going to fit right in. You're going to fit right in with the rest of us. I promise you. All right. Who's Two Bears in here? Two Bear, do you forgive me? Because you were going to sit. Remember, you were going to sit next to Mary and take care of her. Rome 13 on that. Noel, Ben Harris. Peace, my brother. Did everybody hear the Instagram official thing I put up there? That's really fucking important. Did you not hear that? Did you see that? You know how many people are backing out right now, not going, friends of mine that are calling, we're going to have our own 2 tables and have like 13 people there, and now we're not? Everyone's just like, fuck it, I didn't want to go anyway. You were paying me to go. My cousins were coming. My uncle was coming. Everybody was going to show up. Two Bear was going to sit next to important people and take care of them in my extended family, and now he's got no one to sit next to. Two Bear is going to be all by himself staring at a blank stage with one comic because the other 2 are going to walk out. All right, whatever. It happens that way. Ron Vest, I got my first like on the video. I got the first like on the video, by the way. Gen Z Kid, what does that mean? He says, I got the first like on the video, by the way.
He's the first one who liked your live stream.
Oh, Ron, on this live stream he did that? I didn't know that. How would you know if you're first? Does it tell you?
It says 0 and then he hits the button.
Kids are, because it says 0 and then it hits the button. All right, that makes sense. I'm an old guy. Leave me alone. Doing my best here. Willie Barron, $5, run for government. We talked about that one. What else is up there? Brad Baker for the Gen Z Kids Dance. Did you hear that? Yes. $10 coming to you, son, because I want you guys to know, Brad and everyone else, you don't need to donate a lot of money to the kid for dancing. He can't dance. He's got white boy disease, and he's got it badly.
I know I'm struggling with this disease, but I've gotten way better. You please.
I'm sorry. They can't hear you, so don't talk. What are you yapping about over there? What?
I'd like you to attest to the fact that, yes, I am struggling with white boy disease.
You do.
But I have rhythm. Enough of it.
You got a little rhythm.
From Gen X Mom, of course.
You can run away. That's good. That's rhythm. You know when to duck when I swing. That's rhythm. You know,
Yes,
you do have some rhythm.
I can kind of dance.
No.
I practice, okay? I have to practice.
I know you've got a couple moves, but you ever seen Gen X Mom? What was
Oh,
that
no,
movie?
no, not freestyle. No way. I can't do that.
Gen X Mom. What was that movie with Will Smith and Switch? No, do it.
She's talking about a music video.
No, she's not. We're talking about it was a movie with Will Smith. Hitch. And remember, you live here.
Yeah. No, I don't live there.
man.
I don't live there.
You live right here.
I don't.
Don't need nothing else.
I don't.
Don't do nothing else.
I don't.
You live here. Got it? That's where you live.
I don't live
Just
there.
stay right there. And you'll
I
be fine.
moved out of that house about a year ago. I
You
realized.
guys, all the money you donate ain't gonna help. He's not
Look,
gonna get it.
I'm not a horrible dancer. I'm better than the average white guy. Let's say that.
First of all, that's not saying much.
I know, but it's saying much to me.
All right. Well, we'll have to get some video and see if he can fucking dance.
No, we are not going on video. Take my word for it.
Oh my God. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, that's one ugly mug next to Mrs. Forrest Peaches. Yeah, it's a lion. Lionheart is our $2 whore again tonight. He just is. Catlin Farr, it's easier if you're a girl. You can just shake your booty. I know, you girls get away with so much stuff that we can't do. There's nothing we can do about that shit. And we're stuck with it too. All right. Max Power says it's not a disease. It's a superpower. You can embarrass anyone around you. Isn't that the damn truth? Brian with another $9.99. Turn a whole screen yellow. Can we get one video where you rush the kid? Ever wonder what a Gen Z thinks?
There's one of those.
We did that, right? There, you got to go?
No, I'm just saying, like, do you want me on there?
Oh, I got it for now. We're good. If you got to go take care of Buford, go take care of Buford. Oh, you need private time with me. And you thought perhaps now during my live stream was the best way to go.
I swear
That
to
was
God,
stupid.
You don't understand what I'm trying to say.
Because you're picking a private moment, and we're in the middle of a fucking live stream. Parenting can't wait for an hour? That was the fucking dumbest thing ever. Listen, I know you need some parenting time. I know you thought now was the time. In the middle of live stream, I know it's bothering you, but I promise you that rash will go away.
You do.
Now, let's get back to the live stream. Then ask him the most absurd question. Get him while he's taking a dump or something. Embarrassing ambush back, baby. There is a video out there. You got to dig back a year. But I did that. I grabbed his camera, and I ran at him and said, how's it feel, motherfucker? And I didn't know how to use the camera correctly, but I think I got it right. Anyway, yeah, there's one out there. You just got to go dig it up and find it. But it's there. True story. Okay. You know what? He's the one who came up to me and started saying that shit. It wasn't my fault. You guys are still talking about the Eddie Murphy thing. I know. It was Eddie Murphy. Does nobody know what I'm talking about? Does nobody gets it? It was a live thing. I'm not even between the sheets going to get yelled at. There she is at 9:14. So about 6 minutes ago, Mrs. Fort Watton's checking in. The lovely, the ever-present, the always classy Mrs. Fort Watton says, hey, guys. Hi, General. Checking in. No slow mode tonight. Nope, I forgot to put slow mode on. Moderators, you are at the mercy of the mob. There's no slow mode on. I couldn't get it done. I'm telling you that I was on this phone call. Normally, I'm clicking away some prep. I got a lot of it done, but some of it I didn't. I did not want to get off the phone. I almost pushed the live stream back a little bit because the phone call was so great. Now, I'm telling you, I don't get a lot of great phone calls. No. But this one was good. All right. So, yeah, okay. We'll get back to that. We'll just, Ali, write down the Eddie Murphy, Bill Cosby thing. We'll get back to that. And I'm feeling something coming on over here.
I'm back.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So we got $10 from Nolan on PayPal. Thank you, Nolan. I love your content. Keep preaching. They gotta know.
I love that guy. He is now my best friend for the rest of the evening. He really is. I'm happy as can be about that, Nolan. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for checking in, and thank you for the kind words. M. Dawson is checking in, 1967. He said the podcast was great. Did you guys check out the podcast? I'm just asking. I just wanted to know. This podcast, this is what you're looking for. It signifies a shift, and you'll pick up on it over the next 3, 4, 5 podcasts. It is a shift in how Gen X Talks is going through podcasts. You guys will go, this sounds familiar. This sounds like always. But you're going to catch on to what I'm saying. If you saw, anybody seen the movie Doc Hollywood, and remember Michael J. Fox's character, he gets stuck in that town. And remember, he's reading those letters from those people because they can't read, and they come into his doctor's office as a doctor visit to read the letter. And after a little while, he gets so enthralled with the letters, he's looking forward to them. He wants to find out what's going on with the family. It's a great thing. So what we were pushing for, what we started to shift the gear in, is along that line. It's the same stuff you guys always hear. You get to hear the banter, you get to hear the stuff that goes on. It's real life situations, but there's more of a flow, a direction to it that has to do with the Gen X family, with the day-to-day stuff, with the things that are out in front of us that we're not there yet, and some of the stuff going on. It seemed this was one of the first out of 48 podcasts. This was one of the first ones that I was like, okay, kind of behind this. I'm not too far off on this one. And it was mostly Gen X Mom, as you guys know. But if you didn't hear the podcast, you got to go find it. I'm sure the moderators are putting up the links to it right now. This actually turned out to be more solid than very little editing. Didn't have to cut out sneezes and coughs and things like that. No. It worked really well. So look for that picture. If you don't have Spotify or Anchor, it's everywhere. You just got to Google. Just Google Gen X Talks podcast. It comes up on Apple Podcasts. It comes up on lots of platforms, but it's a lot of fun to do those. And you guys need to check it out. If you don't like it, then don't listen ever again. But if you do like it, then that's where we are. Okay. So let's do a couple birthdays. Tomash, it is his birthday. I had a big old thing set for Tomash, but I got all fucked up because Tomash jumped the gun. You jumped the gun, goddammit! Tomash is our number one highest-ranking Israeli fan, holding down the border on the Eastern Front in Israel, grabs a weapon, stands a post for all of us. We can all sleep better at night. He's not letting any of the bad shit come this way. Other one is John Parise is in here. Jeremy Elder. So we got 3 for today. There might be more if I might have missed them. Mary says her birthday was 2 days ago. Marie, my birthday was 2 days ago. I have had bronchitis all week. Can't smoke my conscious weed. You rock, General. Well, yeah, I would punish you and say you didn't turn in your homework on time. You get no birthday wishes. But you partake, so we're going to let that slide. John Parise didn't say how old he is. Jeremy Elder. You know, when people don't say how old they are, they're really, really old. Like my brother-in-law. I have no idea how old he is. Now, to look at him, you think 91, 92, definitely early 90s. His wife clearly was robbing the cradle when he married her. You know, she's looking, you look at her and you're thinking, okay, 35, 36. Horrible man, leering old man he is, but he's the same way. If you asked if his birthday, he wouldn't tell you how old he is. He'd tell you, just put one candle on the cake. In fact, I think the last birthday party that I saw pictures of my brother-in-law, the fucking cake looked like a forest fire. I mean, literally, smoke detectors were going off within seconds. It's a big thing like that. But I'm suspecting John Parise and Jeremy Elder, I'm suspecting much the same thing. I'm suspecting that they're so old they just don't want to tell us. Either way, happy birthday, guys, from Gen X Talks. And there's Gen X Mom.
I'm back again.
And how may I help you, my love? I don't think your mic's on.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it wasn't on.
No, so you're talking over there and nobody's listening.
It's fine.
I should have just left the microphone off. That's what I should have. God, am I stupid. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, who's the stupid one in this marriage?
Apparently me.
Obviously. We got $10 from Brian.
From Brian?
He said, I'm sorry I bought your wife earrings, but I had to get her something. It took her forever to get an item on the wish list. I've been MIA. It's good to be back.
Wait.
P.S. Good job keeping up on the calendar.
Who bought you earrings? Why didn't I hear about this? What
You've
earrings?
seen them. The big hoop earrings. They were beautiful. I wear them a lot. You've seen them.
Yeah, but didn't I buy those?
No, Brian did.
Okay, let's see if I get this right. You're parading around in front of me in another man's earrings.
Yes, I love earrings.
Yeah.
They're
well,
my favorite. Jewelry, I think.
They're my
Earrings-
favorite. They're the best.
No, earrings are fun. You can do all kinds of fun things. So, yes, he did. He bought them months ago, and he's been missing, I guess. He's been MIA.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that another man bought you jewelry. I am happy about something. I didn't have to pay for it. And I'm the one who gets to see Gen X Mom in the earrings all day. However, as a matter of Generation X principle, I have to put on an angry face with some stern words, Brian.
Oh, brother.
Shh, I'm being stern right now.
Okay, go.
Brian?
for it. Thank
you
you, Brian, for the earrings.
Could you let me have my moment, please? Don't fuck around with me, Brian. That's my woman you messing with over there. God, polecat, find you. Three knocks on the fucking door. That's 1,000 yards there I'm giving you, Brian. You feeling it? Yeah. It's because I'm looking right through you. Like you're not even there. Like you're just a number in my book. Just something I got to scratch off my ledger now, Brian. You think that was good? Was that I came across okay, right?
Yeah, I still have my earrings. And thank you, Brian, for the earrings.
You're supposed to go.
That was so sweet of
what
you.
you're supposed to say was,
That was
"Honey,
really nice of you to think
really-
of Gen X Mom. I'm like the one that's behind the scenes that's so, quiet,
but
and I
when
do
I
all
did
this
that,
work,
you were
and,
supposed to be behind me
everybody
while you
thinks
said,
that the Gen
"Honey,
X dad and
you
Gen Z
scared him too
kid do
much."
everything, but it's okay.
Honey, you
But
came
Brian,
across too
thanks
strong.
so much for the earrings. Gen X Mom loves
She's
earrings.
missing the whole fucking point
She
of this.
loves earrings. You did well. Thank you so much.
No, you don't say he did well. You're supposed to say you're supposed to say you think I went too far intimidating him. That I'm
I'm walking away now.
Yeah, I know.
Have a good live stream, honey. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Go ahead.
At moments like this, I can only reflect on one of the greatest philosophers of our generation, a man called Iceman from a town called Bodfish, where he looked at me one day in a situation not too dissimilar than the one we have just all experienced right now. He looked at me and said, "Chicks, man. Chicks." True or words were never spoken. All right. Brian says, $4.99. Tell wife I'm sorry too because I bought dad a hat. Don't try to butter me up now, Brian. We're way past that. Scott Royston, $10. To Gen Z kid, even though your generation has no rhythm, along with pretty much anything else, I'll donate $10 to you, Gen Z kid. You're growing on me, little bro. Wait, did I just say that? Listen, Scott, if the kid's growing on you, first of all, admitting you have a problem is half the battle. There are 12-step programs, and we'll get you the number. We'll send you the link privately, but there's help. You're not too far gone, okay? Disney Mama Sammy Joe, towards dinner tonight. Ain't no general like the one I got. I love her. That's clever. Lionheart. Do I even want to read? Lionheart swinging the big blue fucking wrench in here. So, Gen X mom still waiting on my contract approval. Wow. Did he submit a resume to be your man in waiting, and you haven't replied? Well, she's over there. The stack is really high. There's so many to get to, just so you know. What else we got there? Alex Goulian, $5. Hi, where are y'all from, if you don't mind me asking? Originally, I'm from the San Fernando Valley, born and bred. Right now, as our P.O. box indicates on our website, we are living in Bakersfield. The Ace Jumpman, $5 for the alcohol fund from Chesapeake Bay. I don't know what's better, that you're from Chesapeake Bay or you're contributing to a worthy cause. Oh, Disney Mama Sammy Joe, really lying again? Did he change your name again? Luckily, he can't do it to you in here. Rowdy Bobby, $2. Who's the $2 whore tonight? It is Lionheart, one of our lovely, talented, beautiful moderators. He's the most beautiful man I've ever seen. Ron Vest, my new favorite channel. How about them Dodgers, 111? That's right, Ron, team record. Ron, if they win the World Series, they are in contention for the best Dodgers team of all franchise. Yeah, Gen X mom.
I'm back.
You are.
Are you okay now?
Not if somebody else bought you jewelry.
Well, Mrs. Four dropped $20 on PayPal.
Now, I want you to know right now, at this moment, before you read it, I love Mrs. Four.
She says, Mom, since he's still pouting over Brian Ivany's gift to you, I want to remind him his harem loves him, and this is for the studio money.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Four. The studio money's going to come in very handy, along with her dining room table, which this weekend I have to drill more holes in. Oh, don't act like you care. I've already fucked this table up so bad.
I cannot wait till the studio gets here.
Okay, but to be fair, don't we clean up? We vacuum up. We use your literally we use your dustbuster as we drill. That helps, right? And then we vacuum everything up right away before we continue working. I mean, we're doing a good job. We're right on course, and you're getting a goddamn new dining room table from Etsy when we're done. So you should be happy.
Okay. I can't wait for the studio.
You know what? I already know why you want the studio.
It's like a doghouse.
Yes.
Go to the doghouse.
That's what I was
Go
just
to the woodshed. We're going to name it the woodshed.
I knew you were going to say that. You just want me outside.
We're going to name it the woodshed.
I don't know what's going on around here. I have lost control of the program and my marriage completely. I can't help it. All right, so what do we got? Brian, this means, let me start at the bottom and read up a little bit. There's some people waiting on me down here. Kyle Carter, what ended up happening with the commercial property? Good news, the city approved one. We got the power turned back on. All the electrical's done inside, and we actually started advertising it today, and some people came by interested in renting the building. The building next to it, still fighting with the city, but we should be close on that. It should all come together soon. Zachariah Conklin, can I get a shout out and a cheers? Thank you for all your content, sipping on a cold one after a long day. That's what this place is about. Everybody coming in here, slowing down, relaxing, having a cold drink, sharing a little time. That's it. Zachariah Conklin, you are doing it exactly right, my friend. Member for 7 months is Kyle Carter. Matco is now a Milwaukee dealer. Not happy. Glad I finally got the general icon next to my name. Does that mean they contracted with him? Usually Matco buys that stuff. Like Stanley. Didn't Stanley buy? Well, no, Matco. That was Mac. Stanley bought Mac. I don't know. You'd have to see. There has to be some sort of a marriage there, I would guess. Let me know. Phil Reith, member for 2 months. I'm an extra. Phil, thanks for hanging out for longer than 30 days. Usually we lose people after the first month because of me. Lori Ham, member for 7 months. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Filthy Casual, welcome to being an extra. I want to steal that name, Filthy Casual. Loud One, today can blow a donkey. I need a drink. Mic check, General. All right. I am going to summon the whiskey gods, and hopefully in my hand will appear a glass of old number 7. But while we're doing this, did I miss my name? Was it Gen X Mom? The stuff in the mail today? Who? I don't want to fuck up because there was a couple things that came today, but there's one I'm really fucking interested in. So take your time. No, that didn't sound right. She's gonna look it up here. Oh, I do have a glass here. You did bring me a glass, but there's just nothing in it.
Mic check.
Oh, mic check. All right, everybody, we don't have sophisticated equipment. If you can hear this, the mic check is complete. We good? Did you guys hear that? Come on now, she did a good job there. That's the 2 requirements of a good wife is one that'll pour you whiskey and be able to back you up in a bar fight. Those are the 2 requirements. If those of you young men out there who are not married, now you know how to move forward on that.
We got one package from Brad from Oregon.
Shoot, so just say Brad from Oregon. We won't say his last. He didn't give us permission to say his last name, right?
No.
So okay, so we got Brad. That was all this stuff.
Yes, and the bottle.
Yeah, I got it. I'm ready. I'm prepared. Just want to make sure I wasn't fucking it up because we got a few things. So from Brad in Oregon, and he didn't give us permission to say his last name, but look at this.
And your hat.
Some Harley Davidson stuff here. That's like a 2-shot glass, 2.5. This Harley hat, which fits perfectly. The regular shot glass. This is all Volcano Harley Davidson. Oh, this one's from Vancouver, Washington. Look at that. It came from Oregon, but he must have slipped across the border and bought this stuff. A ton of badass stickers were here. That came in the mail. But the pride of the fleet. I'm going to see if you guys can focus in on this. Is that showing right there on the side of the bottle? I don't know if I can get it in there right. This came in. Yeah. I'm going to get ready for this pretty quick here. I'm going to need some alone time. And we will open this. We will crack this open. It's going to fill the glass. But right now I got old number 7. But Woodinville, 90 proof. This, I'm loving this. So, Brad, you are my best friend the rest of the day. I promise. I got this in there. We'll have to see how fucked up it gets me. You never know. I may start telling bigger lies than I even knew I had. And that happens sometimes. And imagine that. But for right now, the mic check is good. Michael Dawson talked about the podcast. And I'm going to raise a glass right now. And I don't know if Brad's in here. If he is, I hope he is. But we didn't give us permission to say his last name, so I'm being cautious on that. But thank you. Hey, there it is. His name in here is Brad Baker. I'm not sure if Brad Baker is in here as Brad Baker wants me to say Brad Baker. His mailing name was Brad Baker. His screen name is Brad Baker. I fucked that whole thing up. I'm just cautious. I don't want to say people's names. Oh, nah. So to the bottom of the glass nation, to all of you in here, this is my first drink of the night. It was a good phone call right before. And right now I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know how long I'm going to keep drinking, but thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for putting up with me for so long. We'll have this drink right now. Oh. All right. Where was I? Loud One, what about us older men who aren't married? Loud one, if you're that old and you're still not married, just find a chick that can back you up in a bar fight and be grateful and move on. That's all you need. That's what you get. Uncle Fatty, welcome to Bottom of Glass Nation. Brian, this means we need horrible stories and of said sister-in-law from the best storyteller on earth. This means we need horrible stories from said sister-in-law. Now, Brian, hold that thought. Rowdy Bobby, $4 for the whiskey fund. Do we get a mic check, General? We just got one. Another run from Brian there. This means we got the 2 in there. I think she decided to put that in twice. Okay. We did my funny. And Josh Maddox, hello, General, and Gen X Mom, hello, ZEO, and family, a.k.a. the Bottom of the Glass Nation. He means all of you out there in radio and TV land. Best bar ever. True story. A truer story was never told. All right. There's a couple things. I would like to tell you that I don't know hold on. Okay, Marvelous Miss Miranda, 20 years. Where have you been, my dear? You've been gone so much. I see your name on Patreon. Handsome General, I missed you so much. Been a while since I've been able to catch you live. I've been leering, though, for the whiskey fund. Well, Miranda, we're going to have a little time to ourselves, and we're going to talk about this. I feel some punishments might be in order. And you know what I mean by that. Sorry, you brought this upon yourself. You really did. All right, back to what I was saying. My sister-in-law. Now, I have 2 sister-in-laws. And the one who's married to the Sun Valley Fox is the one we'll be talking about, because when I try to talk about the other sister-in-law, whatever Broomhilda magic spell that she's cast on me prohibits me from saying anything nice about her or anything bad about her. I can only say nice things. The spell that she cast on me, I can't tell truth. I can't be honest. I can't tell stories. I can only say nice things. And it goes back to the greatest generation. If you can't say anything nice about someone, don't say anything at all. So, concerning my one sister-in-law that's that way. Okay, now we'll go on to my other sister-in-law who's married to the Sun Valley Fox. Now, I don't know a ton about her, but I do know the Sun Valley Fox's reputation in the San Fernando Valley preceded him. I mean, literally in the 70s, he was the fucking man. Absolutely. You don't get the name the Sun Valley Fox. You don't get that name without earning it. That is not something that you don't pen pal yourself a letter, open it up in front of your friends and go, look, this guy from the Philippines wants to be my pen pal. Call me the Sun Valley Fox. And it sticks. It would not stick. No. There'd be all sorts of other nicknames that you would get for doing that. Now, from what I gather from learning about my sister-in-law, she was the straight-laced, perfect Catholic girl. And which is a mystery to some people. Like, wait, it was a guy like that end up with a girl like that? And it's simple. Every guy does this. Every guy tries to do this. You have the party girls that you date, and there's lots of them out there, and you fuck around and you do all the cool shit. And when you're done and you're ready to settle down, you're like, okay, so see who was you over there with you? Oh, you're a Catholic and you're just prim and proper, and yeah, no, my mother's gonna love you. Come on over here. No, come with me. You're fine. And you go through all the courtship, and you go through the big wedding, and you do the rosary, and you go to the church, the big steeples, and do all the things. And then as soon as the wedding is done, you take off on the honeymoon. You sit her down and go, okay, everything you learned in Catholic school, you can either forget it or you can do the opposite, because you're married to me now. That's what every guy tries to do. We're not always very successful at it. He was. That's what I know of my brother-in-law and his wife. Perfect in every way. Mary Poppins, perfect and beautiful in every way. And the corrupt son of Satan running amok, half naked, hair on fire in the 70s, and somehow she must have known that marrying him was going to give her so much credit into getting into heaven. She's like, okay, if I marry him, do I get a free pass? And God went, fuck yeah. You marry that guy and stick it out, you're in. No, you I don't care what you do. You're in. And to her credit, she's still here. She's still with him. She has a pass getting into heaven. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of women out there that feel that they're earning their passes into heaven right now. I'm sure Gen X mom partially feels that way too. A little bit. But I am wonderful. I mean, just ask me, I'll tell you. So when you're asking about her, that's the story. I don't know if they're, Brian, a horrible story sister about said sister-in-law. I don't know. Unless you could come up with a story where Sun Valley Fox corrupted her, yeah, there's got to be some of that. There has to be some of that. I just don't know any of it. Now, I know people that do know, and if I can put a $1 bill in their pocket, they may tell me. I'll work on that for you. But as of this moment, I don't know. It could have gone either way. She could have been corrupted by him, or perhaps she changed him. Maybe he converted, and maybe he cleaned up his act. You don't know. You have no idea who. When in a wrestling match of marriage, you never know who's winning. No. All right, so we get five. Aviana Stick, member for 2 months. I'm fucking that name up. Oh my God. Allie made that picture really big. If you guys can scroll down and see Eve on a stick. Eve on a stick. And that picture, I'm just going to keep staring at it for the next hour, I think. And you're here. Why are you? And you got a big fucking Kool-Aid smile right now.
Sun Valley Fox texted me.
Well, he's interrupting my fucking show. What?
If anybody wants a pass to heaven, she has multiple passes for sale.
She's earned so many passes, she can give some away now. You know what? I don't doubt that. The woman, everyone has told me the woman's a saint.
I'm trying to think. They have been married for, give me a second.
It's
44 years, I think.
44
years. They might have to correct me, but I think it's 44.
That's amazing.
Yes,
44
years they've been together. 3 children. They've got grandchildren.
Can you imagine being stuck with someone for 44 years?
It's a long time.
I mean, I'm looking at you right now thinking, oh my God.
I was right. It's 44 years.
Well, your accredited math skills know no bounds.
That's amazing. That's a rare thing nowadays.
Do you hear what she's saying about you, Sun Valley Fox? You hear what you're saying? That's amazing. She stayed married to him for that's just goddamn amazing. Who would have thought that? Well, nobody did. That is amazing. Good job. Jared Schobert, $5. Whomever is buying jewelry, knock it off. You're getting us who are married in trouble for not buying them jewelry. Well, remember, Jared, I'm not buying the jewelry. My wife's receiving it. I'm pretending to be angry, but I didn't have to spend the money. You see how that's working out? Dum. Let me slow down and stop on the picture of Eve for just a moment. All right, moving on. So yeah, the Bill Cosby thing. We're talking about that. Bill, Eddie Murphy did the thing about Bill Cosby. Scott Royston, $20. I could leave without also giving something to Gen X. I couldn't leave without also giving something to Gen X dad and Gen X mom. So here is $20. 10 for Gen X mom's earrings, 10 for Gen X dad for the new hat. Giving my best to Buford. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate your participation. I appreciate the kind words and the donation to go to a good cause. Thank you very much thanks for hanging out and being with us. I really don't leave yet. You said you couldn't leave. Don't leave yet. Just stay as long as you can. I promise. I will endeavor to make it more interesting. Plus, I'm going to keep drinking, which can't go wrong. Lord Crispy. You know what? My whole screen turned pink. I almost said Lord Crispy. Good Lord, it's crispy. Lord Crispy. I don't know, like a Southern Baptist preacher. Good Lord Crispy's here. Lord Crispy dropped half a fucking C note. Let's have a drink. Here's to you. All right, Lord Crispy, I'm in. I just drank one, but I'm in again, my friend. We'll go right now. Oh, Mrs. Ford, my hubby and I celebrated 33 years yesterday. Well, happy anniversary. And I mean that. A rare thing these days to see him go that long. Lord Crispy, that was our drink. All right. Let me get to the thing. Jared Schober became a member. He's an extra right now. Don't know what kind of car that is in the picture, but I'm going to investigate that. Not nearly as good as Eve's picture. Did you see Eve's picture? Did I mention she's... gives me chills. I wasn't referencing Bill Cosby directly. I was saying that the words I was using were coming out like the ticket. Got to buy the ticket. Got to go to the Eddie Murphy show. That was the skit. Am I the only one who remembers that? It was Eddie Murphy. Will you guys help me out with this? It was Eddie Murphy, and it was Raw or Delirious, right? Jared said it's my 2016 Mustang. Caught that one as it went by. It was it was Raw. Tiffany said it was Raw. It was something where he was talking about, oh yeah, it was Raw because it was in reference to the show. But you guys remember that with me, right? All right, so there's two that do. Noel says we saw it back in the day. Diver Monkey's raising his hand. It was Eddie Murphy. I was imitating Eddie Murphy, imitating Bill Cosby, so I wasn't directly connected. But the Eddie Murphy one was, he was talking about Bill Cosby. For those of you who might have missed it, if you're under the age of 35, you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. You may not even know who Eddie Murphy is, and you certainly don't know who Bill Cosby is. But there are some of us who do know. And he was doing how did this skit go? Eddie Murphy did a stand-up routine called Delirious that was filthy. He cussed like a fucking sailor. And then the next comedy show he did, he was referencing Bill Cosby, calling him up to chastise him. And he's like, you can't get on stage and talk shit like that. And that was the skit, because he was talking about Bill Cosby's son, Enos, came home and says, I need money for the ticket. I got to buy the ticket. My son wanted a ticket. I got to see the Eddie Murphy show. I need the money for the ticket. Can I have the money, please? That was the Bill Cosby part. And Eddie Murphy's talking about how Bill Cosby's on the phone, and Bill Cosby chastised him. He says, you cannot get out on stage and say the things you say. And Eddie Murphy's like, what did I say? Because when Bill Cosby calls you, you get upset. So Eddie Murphy was saying that. He's like, you cannot say fuck. And Eddie Murphy was explaining to Bill, he's like, I don't just get on stage and curse. That's not all I do. I actually do some comedy. And he was doing that. And then, how did it end? He hung up. Oh, he said, he says, I was so upset that Bill Cosby called to chastise me that he called Richard Pryor. And he's like, Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, and just called and cussed me out for shit. And Richard Pryor says, do people like what you're doing? Are you getting paid? And you tell Bill Cosby, I said, have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up. That was, so if you're doing Eddie Murphy doing Bill Cosby, or you're doing Eddie Murphy doing Richard Pryor, you're not insulting anybody, because you're doing the guy who's doing the guy who's doing. You see 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon the other way. You see, that's what I was trying to describe. So, all right. Now you know what I was trying to say. What's marvelous? Romy says marvelous. I will drink right now to marvelous. I don't know what's marvelous. Romy, what's marvelous? Don't make me. It's all right. Eddie Murphy and the Pudding Pops. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm trying to read the stuff in here. It's comedy and people take things way too seriously. I know, but it was funny. I mean, in the context I was trying to say it was funny. I know it was funny. So, yeah. You legit third. What do you say? Hold on, my screen's fucking jumping. Hold on, what do you say? Noel says, you legit third generation impression. Okay, so see, that wasn't, if you count it that way, that I'm imitating Eddie Murphy, imitating Richard Pryor or Bill Cosby, that's good, right? That's it doesn't have to be spot on. It's got it, because now you're filtering it through other people's inventions. Lord Crispy, you put the Quaalude in Pudding Pop. Oh my God, you guys! I swear to Christ Almighty. Michelle Glass, she gave me some Purple Hearts and drank with me. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for not making fun of me too. It's not my go-to move with with the impression, have you, Will. It's not that, but Wisenoak flipped me off for the drink again. God damn it. Josh Maddox screaming at me about training wheels. You know what? We're going to make koozies that fit your beers and your Cokes and your cans with boobs on it. That way you fuckers can just have boobs in your hand while you drink. Oh. Ben Harris says, you forgot the end. He goes, yeah. That's right. Ben Harris is right. Richard Pryor says, you tell Bill Cosby I said have a smoke in a shower, what? Fuck me. I need a drink. Where's my drink? I'll do it. Give me a second. God, Gen X mom put that shit just out of reach just to laugh and see if I could get it. She's looking at me. Go ahead, big boy. See if you can reach that. Hold on. I'll do the fucking joke. Just give me a second to drink. I have to drink my secret super sauce from Super Chicken, and then we can accomplish all goals. You know how that works. The truth is at the bottom of the glass. Do you guys want the truth or not? I don't want to drink this. I'm only doing it for you. Don't be pissy about it. I drink for you guys. How many other people do you know that drink for you? You guys drink for yourselves. You're selfish. Every damn one of you. I drink for you guys. That's the definition of unselfish. Give, give, give. Never take. That's my motto around here. Now I'm going to give myself some Jack Daniels so I can take this to the next level. You heard me. It made sense. Oh, all right. Mrs. Four says, I finally found an impression I do better than the general. Bill Cosby and Eddie Murphy. Wow. Well, then you know what we're going to do on Saturday night show. We're going to call Mrs. 41. I'm going to brush up on my Bill Cosby and my Eddie. Oh, she wrote Eddie Money. I couldn't sing like Eddie Money if my life depended on it. That's a weird combination. Bill Cosby and Eddie Money. I do Eddie Murphy. That Jello pudding eating motherfucker. That's the other one. All right. We will go. I will brush up. Mrs. Four, I'll brush up. And we will let the masses decide. All right? I'll get my Bill Cosby on, my little Richard Pryor. I don't think I can do Eddie Murphy at all. Not even a little bit. That guy's he's got such a neutral voice that can do every impression that I don't even know if I could get it. I'll try. I will try. We will save this on here, Allie, and we will try. Laura, thank you for being here. For a few drops of whiskey, $5. Thank you, Lori. So lovely, so cute. Salty Sea Blazing Saddles. Yeah, I'm not getting into that, but there is some in there too. All right. There's other stuff on here. What did I miss? Hard to read all these for me for some reason. I don't know why I'm falling short on that. But that's where we're going. So we'll do that. We'll save that, Mrs. Four. That gives you 2 days to brush up on your shit. Challenge accepted. I will show up guns blazing. All right? I'll even put a wager on it. We can even do some money or something like that. We'll do a vote, and we'll see what everybody says. We might even set up a poll where we'll have Allie set up a poll where you guys can go vote. She'll put the thing in there, and you can vote for Mrs. Four or your favorite general of all time. We can do the impressions, and you guys can all go and vote. Click the link and vote, and you can vote for some lady in Tennessee or the man that delivers when it counts. We'll set it up. It'll be fair and honest, I promise. We'll even use the voting machines from 2020. Should work out fine. Oh, that would have been funny if you'd have misspelled that one again. Mrs. Forrest said, oops, typo. If she said Tyco, then I could have said, oh, oops, Tyco, the company that makes the electric cars? Good job. Oh. Two Bear said that everyone check out the podcast. Very good and entertaining. I appreciated your second effort on that, Two Bear, very much. Thank you for the kind words you sent me on that. I really, really do appreciate it. So, yeah, we had a few other things. I don't know if I can get to them right now or not. This is some of the stuff that Brad Baker sent. We talked about him earlier. This is some of the gear that he sent. The kid got a hoodie and a beanie. I got the shot glass, and that one, and the sticker. I kind of showed you this, but this puts it in a little bit better perspective. He was the kid's ecstatic when you guys send him something. You guys can send him a chewed piece of gum, and he's fucking happy about it. I don't know. Kid's got terrible parents. I don't know who raised him, but it wasn't right. Let's also remember that movie night is the Gremlins on Discord. Flood the chat room with the Discord server. Discord is just a bunch of chat rooms. It's where we go when we're not in between. We're in between live streams. We all hang out there. It's just chat rooms. If you're in a chat rooms, go there. You can hang out and see people. But we have a couch night, movie night, and that's where we go for watching movies. Sometimes there's 5 or 6 people in the room. Sometimes there's 30 or 40. You never can tell. It's a lot of fun if you're into that kind of stuff. Every Monday in Discord. Lionheart is the Discord Supreme Lord and Commander. You got to remember to go check him out. So they'll put the Discord server stuff up there, and don't forget to hang out with us. We'll all be there.
Excuse me, honey.
Yeah. What do you want?
You got another $10 on PayPal. Wait till you hear this. $10
right.
from Western Water Development Corporation.
Wait a second. $10 from Western
Water
Development Corporation.
They are in Powell Butte, Oregon.
I know where Powell Butte, Oregon is.
That's where it is.
We spent time in Bend. Yeah.
It's the Bottom of the Glass Fan Club. That's what the money's for.
Bottom of the Glass Fan Club. I think the best part of that was the name.
I know. That's why I was going. That was a mouthful.
That was impressive. That was good stuff.
Western Water Development Corporation.
Powell.
WWDC.
Powell Butte. What was the name of the butte right in the center of Bend? That was
Oh man.
Powell Butte. It was it's right in the center of the town of Bend, Oregon.
I know.
I can't think of the name.
We've been up on top of it.
Oh yeah, tons of times. Butte, Powell Butte. Was it Powell Butte?
No, I don't think
Doesn't sound right. There was something else. Powell Butte. I worked right at the base of Powell Butte at that car dealership for a long time too. I just can't think of that name. God damn it. Lava Butte. No, Lava Butte was further south. That was more towards Sun River. Pilot Butte is what it was.
You're welcome.
They were throwing out Black Butte, and that was different. Black Butte's Pilot Butte. Hey, Robert Buckner got it right. Pilot Butte. Yeah, Pilot Butte. So I am familiar. I'm not totally in the dark here. Your general has partaken of some of the finer points in life, and Pilot Butte, Oregon is a good one. So, yeah, we can keep moving right along with all the cool stuff. We had more cool stuff. General, get back to the cool stuff. I'm working on the cool stuff. Give me a minute. Okay, so you guys heard the AC stuff the other night, remember? The AC guys were here. Apparently they watched the live stream and they clipped out their stuff with their picture and stuff, and they had a good time. And they asked me, they were very concerned, and they said, how are the ACs working? Is everything holding up? You guys were great. It was fun. They had a good time. And so I had to respond correctly in Generation X style. I took a picture of the 2 thermostats. I have a Nest thermostat upstairs and downstairs, and I sent them a picture to show them that things were working correctly. And I don't know that they got the joke. Perhaps not. Gen X mom got the joke and rolled her fucking eyes at me. It is a pure coincidence that both thermostats were set to 69 degrees. It was just happenstance. Maybe there's something about that I like. The temperature, of course. Why are you rolling
Really?
Why are you rolling your eyes at me again?
Oh my goodness.
That was funny, but I did send it. That was the right thing. Yeah.
$20 from Mrs. 4.
Is this part of the challenge?
No, just love hearing Mom's musical voice for the new dining room table. She loves me.
Well, you know what? You better take that into consideration, because there's not a lot of people around here that are paying money to hear your voice. In fact, where's my wallet? How much do I get to give you to shut up? I'll give you $20 to not say shit.
You know what? You shut your whore mouth.
Don't call me that. It's not my mother.
Don't talk to me common.
I didn't. I didn't address you common.
Don't
and my
address
mother
me
could be
common.
listening. Don't you call me a whore.
Your mother is not listening. I know for a fact. Don't even go down that road. Don't even try that.
Okay, ready? Your sister-in-law is listening. Don't you call me that. She loves me. I don't know if she does or not. She's never said 3 words to me. I think
she loves me more, but
Oh,
whatever.
I guarantee she loves you more.
Okay,
But when I'm
well.
around my sister-in-law, I think she keeps me at a distance. Now that I think about it, whenever I'm in one room, she circles to the other side of the room. And if I walk this way, I think the Sun Valley Fox said, "Look, you keep that dude 10 feet away at all time. Make sure he's 10 feet from you." I'm guessing that's what it feels like. I could be wrong.
But yet your mother-in-law, my mom, loved you. She really did.
Yes.
You guys got along great.
Surprisingly, and it was a privilege to get to know my mother-in-law the way I did. We had so much time alone together when I'd stop by and visit. I was driving through the valley and the Inland Empire, and I'd come up. There was so many times that we would just talk about stuff, almost like she was unburdening, stories that she just couldn't tell anybody else. It was amazing. She was an amazing woman, and that woman really held her family together, because she wanted to. Out of willpower, she's like, this family will succeed. These kids will be behaved, and my husband and she did it, and she was great.
Sun Valley Fox said, but she was on medication.
She was on medication.
Yes.
That's why she loved me.
Yes.
That's why she got along so
Yes.
well. Yeah.
I also received $7 from Jesse in Texas. He didn't say where that was, or a girl. Might be
Yeah.
a girl. Mike Perkins, $20. I got your back, Gen X mom. That's right. See?
That's not good. That's not good.
Told ya.
This is just...
Now I'm going out to the meet and greets and meeting all the fans.
No,
so
you're not.
they're.
Your job is to stand behind me and pass out T-shirts.
Hey, who was at the fair? Were you there?
No, I had responsibilities here. I was not at the fair. You think because you went to the fair now you're everyone's superhero? I'm appalled. Do you see this look? But look.
That's what appalled looks like.
Do you see this look? This is my appalled look. Yeah. You didn't know I had that look, did you? No. I got a lot of them tucked away. You ain't seen everything yet, baby. Oh, you know what? I need another drink. If I'm going to tolerate people that are going to give you money to hear your voice, if I'm going to tolerate your bullshit, if I'm going to tolerate you calling me a whore.
I think I'm going to go buy myself a new pair of earrings.
Good. That's fine.
All the money that's coming in, I'm just
go
gonna-
ahead. As long as they're not sending you stuff, I'm fine.
Okay, I'm going to go right now.
You're not going. What do you mean you're going to go buy earrings right now?
I am. I'm going on there right now.
What
Thank
do
you.
Is there earrings.com?
How do you know there isn't?
Well, I'm sure there is, but that's
Oh,
dumb.
those are pretty.
Allie, the earpiece is off. It died. I had to shut it down. So it's on the charger. I don't know if we'll get back to it again. So, Allie, you and I are going to have to do things by Braille, which means that you... Oh, that's right. Allie's a millennial.
Yes, she is.
Allie, Braille is what people who have trouble seeing if they're blind, they use. You feel around for bumps and things to communicate. So, Allie, just hold still, and I'll feel around, and I'll try to get what you're saying. All right. Moving on. Mrs. Fort Watton, $5 on my side of the fence, not through PayPal. Mrs. Fort on my side. It was a challenge. It was a challenge, just an observation. Now, Mrs. Ford's been drinking. She keeps fucking typoing up the ass. She wrote, it was a challenge. What she meant was it wasn't a challenge. But now she has confirmed it was a challenge. And I've already said challenge accepted. I'll see you Saturday.
PayPal
just an
just came in.
observation.
Hey,
but if you
hey,
really...
Hey.
I'm in the middle of her paragraph.
Oh, she wrote a paragraph. I'm so sorry.
It was a challenge, just an observation. But if you really want to be embarrassed... I'll oblige.
Whoa.
I was raised a small black child.
Oh, she's
That's a
calling
nice
you out.
pull. I know where that's from. That's from the movie The Jerk with Steve Martin. I was raised a poor black child. They're mad at the cans. They're killing all the cans.
Oh, my goodness.
I found my special purpose, Mrs. Four. Oh, okay. So
So
what
can
we
I
need to do?
speak now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So another $10 came through from Ben Harris just to hear Mom's voice.
I call bullshit on that
Earrings
whole
are
thing.
coming.
I call bullshit on that whole thing. I just want you to know. So those of you complaining about an echo, you are no longer going to hear an echo. You're only going to hear the sound of my soft, sweet, soothing voice from top to bottom. I know it's on the bar here. I can see. I'm talking this loud. Can you turn down your mic just a little bit, just like two lights, just see if it moves? Okay, Now I'm off of her mic. I don't know if she's still going to be on mine, but I'm off hers. What do we got here? Eric Gibson, you guys are great. Thanks, Eric. $5 going towards the whiskey fund. Unallocated funds go towards whiskey. Can you guys still hear me okay? I just need a thumbs up or a thumbs down, all right? Nick Garvey, what's going on? Just got off work, cracking a few posts you were on. Had a cool day at work. I help with estate sales for a living. Coolest job. Never know what you'll see. Yeah, estate sales got to be badass. You get to see all the deep, dark secrets and old stuff people forgot about. I dig that. Patrick. No, it's not. What was his name? Steve Garvey's son was Ryan Garvey. Yeah. History writer, Braille. Best anatomy class ever. I know. That's what I'm trying to impose upon this situation right now. Lord Crispy says, I drink for you, bro. Loud one. Pizza on the way. New bottle of Dimple is too. I can't read it. She's got it so small. Too Dimple. Dimple is open. Thoughts. Tonight's challenge is drink away the repair bill. Yeah. If you had to do a full DEF system replacement, it's going to be a while. If they're replacing, not as much, but if they got to clean everything, that takes time too. Prevost Life, $2. Sold the Prevost. Not coming there now. Whoa. You Prevost Life, you're done? You sold your Prevost? Big, beautiful motorhome. One of the top motorhomes in the world as far as I'm concerned. Okay, now Lori hand dropped $4.99 for earrings. But she didn't say for who. They could be for me. You don't know. All right, what did I miss in there? I didn't miss anything. Okay, Two Bear, what's up with the shorts? Two Bear, not sure what you mean. Are the shorts gone? They took away our shorts? I don't think so. They should still be there. Now you gotta tell me. Leslie Mathis, I have a bunch of pink depression glass to sell. Loud one, full replacement. Oh, sorry about that, man. Huge expense, but it'll be done faster. What did I miss in here? Leslie Mathis, I have a bunch of pink depression glass to sell. It was my great-grandmother's. Email me, genxdad@genxtalks.com. Two-Bear, you got to tell me what you mean by that. What's up with the shorts? I don't know what you mean. And I want to know if there's a problem. You got to let me know. Okay, so I had more stuff, and then you guys derailed me. I haven't even got to my book of lies tonight. Did you guys know that? We haven't even got there. All right, I want to tell you guys were asking for an automotive story. Some of you knew part of the story from Patreon. So I'm going to tell you. This is a true story. I think the mechanic's name was Mike Southwake. Only met him a few times, and this is a story that was before my time. But this is the stuff of legend that gets passed down from mechanic to mechanic. And when you work as a mechanic, and some of the stuff you do on warranty work, warranty says, all right, we'll pay you like 4 hours to do this job. Now, when you're doing a warranty work, that means the job's going to take you 12 hours, but the cheap company you work for is only going to pay you 4, and you're stuck with it no matter how long it takes you. So this goes back all the way back to old Volkswagens a long time ago. And there was a certain job in the transmission where you pull the engine, you pull the transmission out of a Volkswagen, you split apart the transmission, you do some repairs, you put the transmission back in, you put the engine back in. And the job paid, I think, like 6 hours, 7 hours. Most mechanics took 10, 12 hours to do the whole job. The big part of the job was splitting the transmission apart. And this isn't like a VW bug, so just get your mind right. And so at the dealership, they're pulling these things out. Most mechanics are struggling, doing them in 10 hours, getting paid for 6, I think it was. And all of a sudden, at this dealership one day, some high-ranking German people showed up. And they said, over the past year, they're questioning the service department, over the past year, you have a mechanic that has been turning in these jobs, saying that he's been completing these repairs, pulling the engine, pulling the transmission, making the transmission repairs, and putting it all back together. But his time card, you clock in on the job, you clock out on the job. Now, they know the job only pays 6 or 7 hours, and they know everybody takes 10 to 12 hours to do it. They don't care. They don't care. Like, hey, fuck off. It pays 6 or 7. If you take 10 or 12, tough shit. But Mike's time clock was much less. His time card was showing he was only working on the job 2 hours. And then he'd grab another one, 2 hours. So they're paying him the 6 or 7 hours every time he does it. Well, they know he's cheating. They know he's lying. They know it because you can't do it that fast. They can't do it that fast in Germany. The reason they came up with 6 or 7 hours is because their fastest guy in Germany, the fastest guy who could do it with all the speedy air tools and doing everything as quickly as you can, he might have done it in 7 hours, and they said, all right, we're only going to pay you 6. Fuck off. And then they send it out to the world, and every one of us as a mechanic, we have to comply. And here he is doing these jobs, getting paid 6, 7, 6.5 hours, and he's turning in time cards that he's doing them in 2 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes, 2 hours and 2 minutes. And they know he's lying because now he'll do 3 of them in a day. He'll do 3 of them in a day, turn in 3 of those jobs. They know he's lying. And they're doing an audit. They caught him at it. They're going to find the dealership. They're going to get the service manager fired, and they're definitely firing Mike Southwick. They know he can't be doing them that fast, so he's fucked. And now they're there to confront him. All right. So they have a big powwow, and they say, we're coming in tomorrow. We brought a vehicle that needs the repair done. We are going to monitor and watch and time you. And the German translators had to be there to tell him, and they said, and unless he does it in 2 hours, the dealership's getting fined like $3 million for fraud. We might even pull your franchise license, because they've been turning in these claims, these fraudulent claims, for over a year. So they have the conversation in the garage with Mike, the engineers and the mechanics, the lead mechanics from Germany, and they throw him the keys, and the guy holds up the stopwatch and goes, go. So not only is the car not in the stall, racked up and ready to go, he's got to go out in the parking lot, get the car, drive it in, put it on the rack, get everything set up, get out all of his tools, then do the job, and then run to the parts department, get the parts, they fucked with him on purpose. There was no way he was going to pass anyway. But now they're just sealing the deal, and they all go into the break room. Nobody's even watching him. Nobody cares. Oh, they got cameras. They had a security camera at the time, so they knew he wasn't cheating or anything, but they didn't care. They're like, okay, we're going to have lunch for 2 hours. This is going to be over, and then we're going to levy the heavy fines on the dealership. All right? So, of course, all the guys in the shop are trying to help him. They're not allowed to do the work with him, but they all run over to his toolbox when he's getting the car. They lay out the tools, because all the mechanics know the tools he's going to need. They lay out the tools for him. The parts department pulls the parts and has them sitting on the counter, ready to go. All he's got to do is walk up and grab and go back out there. And he's already burning up time going and getting the car. So they're all sitting there in the break room, and he is just going to have to fly. In the mechanic industry, you call it when the service manager looks out, he goes, and when I look out in the shop, you mechanics, all I want to see is assholes and elbows. You bent over the car and your elbows working and your ass in the air, you better be doing something. So he had to be assholes and elbows and flying just to get this done. And, they got him. They already know it. And no matter how much you help him, you can't really improve it that much. It's just that all the mechanics were his friend. Parts department was his friend, just giving a little edge, having everything ready. So they're in the break room. 45 minutes goes by of this 2-hour ordeal. Mike comes walking in to the break room. Strolls over to the soda machine, and everyone stops and looks and watches him walk by really slow, casual, not even in a hurry. He's over at the soda machine, He puts in the quarters, presses the button. His soda falls out. He picks it up. And he turns around and goes, you guys want anything? No? Walks back out into the shop. 1 hour and 55 minutes goes by. He comes walking back in the break room, throws them the keys, looks at the guy with the stopwatch and goes, "Stop your watch." They said, "There's no way." They said, "We want to inspect the car." He goes, "Go ahead." He had parked it at the farthest end of the dealership he could and walked back. They had to walk all the way out to the far end of the parking lot, get the car. They had to put it on a rack. They had to pull out the engine and trans. They had to tear apart the transmission to make sure that the new parts were actually installed, and they were. Mike Southwake sent those motherfuckers home back in Germany with all their arrogance and all their shit, and he never fucking said a word to him. He could have lit those assholes up for everything they were trying to do, and all he did was go back to work and do his job. True story. The guy that told me that was there. I wasn't there for that story, but one of my good friends in the dealership goes, "I stood there and I watched this happen. Most impressive thing I've ever heard of in my whole goddamn life," and that happened. So now you know what it's like to deal with shit, and I did a fucking great job. So there's one of your stories. All right. Noel says stuff of legends. Yeah, Mike who? I think his name was Mike Southwick, if I remember right. Mason says, "That's amazing." Yeah, you got to. Cabo's right. You got to drink to that motherfucker. He fucking got after it. When the pressure was on, he lived up to it. He did it, and he fucking sent them packing. Yeah. No, it didn't begin with "no shit, I was there." It began with "no shit, my friend was there." Close enough. It's the way I remember it, give or take a lie or two. Yeah, so there we go. Where we at? Full replacement general. I got that one. I'm over here between the sheets. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, $2 more for the ugly mug in the glass. Name is, yeah. It's bad, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that ugly mug filling up that jar. Just displacing all of the beautiful ass-shaped peaches of Mrs. Forwatton. Mrs. Forwatton's ass-shaped peaches are in that jar, and Lionheart's mug is fucking them up. I'm hoping somebody puts in $25 and blows that fucking thing out of here. The way, if I'm looking right here, there is so many of Lionheart's faces upon faces upon faces. It just looks like a whole big side of genital warts right on the firmly, beautifully placed asses of Mrs. Ford. It's despicable. It's discouraging. I wonder if I can do it. Is there any way I can do that? Can I do that? Can I do one in there? Can I drop one in? Look at that, Gen X Talks. Look at that, $23. Can I get rid of some of that shit? I'd love to. I don't know if I can. Oh, and mostly all of Lionheart is gone, and we have just as it should be in the jar. What do we got? Beautiful, expensive blue diamonds and Mrs. Forwatton's lovely peaches, as it should be. You're welcome, America and Denmark. That one was for you. Two Bear says shadow banning. Oh, that was your thing on the shorts. Yeah. Two Bear says they're not coming up with my feed lately. I don't know why they're doing that. I'm not sure why that's happening. We got hit pretty heavy on shadow banning on YouTube. I think it was because the kid wasn't posting enough. And some of our stuff that usually gets, several thousand views in the morning because people watch it, getting almost nothing. And all we can do, there's no fix for it. They just do that, and it happens on every platform. All we can do is keep posting, and all we can do is keep hoping you guys keep showing up. Even if you just look at them, that's all we can hope for. Oh, my God. Did Lionheart just do that? Did Lionheart put his ugly bug back in there? Trippy's putting it in there. Lionheart, you two motherfucking Discord assholes are two peas in a pod. You guys need to go down to the gym and pump each other, because that's bullshit. That's total bullshit. Yes, Gen X Mom. I'm sorry I didn't see you there.
Nolan sent you $25 on PayPal. He said, boom, done. Have a CAO America cigar. It wasn't a question. I don't know if I pronounced it CAO America cigar.
I don't know. I don't even know if I'd see it written.
But he sent $25.
But it was for me, and it was for cigars.
Yes, that it was.
Yeah, good stuff there, my friend. That was Noel.
No,
Nolan. Cigars from Nolan. I'm going to go buy some Del Sols, my friend. I love them. I can't get enough of them. It is. We're almost getting cold enough. We can move out to the garage. We do a big show out in the garage out there. It's a lot of fun. You guys, it's great to be out there doing stuff. So, yeah, like Nolan Ryan. I got it. I'm thinking history writer is Nolan. All right, so listen, I know we're only an hour and a half in. But I got some stuff I got to go do tonight. I didn't drink a bunch. No. I didn't tell the Gold Rush stories. We're saving those for Saturday. We have the Gold Rush stories on Saturday. We got Mrs. Fort Watton's challenge on Saturday. There's some stuff going on, and hopefully I can talk the Sun Valley Fox into not watching, so that I'm allowed to tell embarrassing stories about Jennick's mom. It's so hard to do when her brother's watching. She cringes. She's like, "Oh my God, I just don't know what to do here." Well, I know what to do. You fucking keep telling the stories and you move on. Ben Harris, General, your voice is for the ladies. Mom's voice is for us guys. Apparently, you've earned another fan, my love. Tomash, $30 for my General. Absolutely unquestionable. You guys need to remember that I have an affinity for Tomash. I have a love for Tomash. It's not a strange love. It's a brotherly love. We went to different high schools together, so we're connected way, way, way back. But as for the rest of you, thank you guys for showing up tonight. You guys are blowing up the fucking jar. Look at that. How can we leave? I could help out here. How can we leave when there's one ugly mug in that jar with Mrs. Fort Watton's lovely peaches? I would say we blow up the whole jar rather than leave that ugly mug in there. I would say we burn it all to the ground. Let's see if we can get rid of that one. Here it comes. Here it comes. Come on, right now. There it goes. That's it. Can we get him out of there? God damn it. We're in trouble here. He's not leaving. He's not leaving. Lion's ugly mug is fucking stuck down there. It's like gum on the bottom of your shoe that just won't fucking go away. Well, I hate to do this, Mrs. Ford, because I love you so much. I think I love your ass-shaped peaches almost as much as I love anything. But in the spirit of getting rid of him, Lion, it's all gone. That's all fucking gone. Top Knots Rule, I've been getting a buttload of shorts over the past 3 days. Ours? I hope so. I hope that's a turn. Hope it's a turn for the better. We'll find out. Prevost Life. I bought a deuce and a half. Amazing multi-fuel machine. You'd have to send me a picture of that, my man. You would. I'd have a hard time believing that Prevost Life had to end. I'd never owned one. I would love to, but I'm telling you, I get where you're at. All right. Glass of no super chats for you, have. Okay, I'll go look. I will go. I don't see any there. Do you want me to go back up and look? Let me go back up. Lionheart's $1.99 earnings is bullshit. Trippy's filling the void is bullshit. What else did I miss? Let me go up in there and see. Did I miss in here? Ben Harris, General, your voice. I got that one. Tomash for the General. Got that one. Old Man Jake, $20. Hey, old man. That bring down the mood of the show, but do you have any advice for a man in quite desperation? Old Man Jake, you're not bringing down any mood. Every fucking one of us has gone through some sort of depression. Every fucking person in here has gone through a moment when they question their life. Don't think you're out there on the limb all by yourself. You're not shivered in the cold, my friend. We've all fucking done it. We've all had our turn on the end of the diving board wondering if we should jump in or not. We know. It's cold, it's freezing, and you don't know which way is up, and you don't even care sometimes. If you really want me to say something, Jake, you just got to email me, my friend. And maybe we could set up with an email. Maybe you need me to give you a call. Either way, I'm in. Jake, just GenXDad at GenXTalks.com. And I'm not promising you that I can save the universe here, man. I will promise you that I can fucking relate. I will promise you that I can relate. And if you really need to, you want to find a light at the end of the tunnel that's not another train coming back at you, go listen to the podcast and go listen to the Suicide podcast. You got to scroll back. It's about 10 or 12 back. That was a very personal a moment on a podcast, and it's out there. But I probably received more emails from people like you that had a question in their life at a moment like you're having than I have from any other podcast we've ever done. If you want Old Man Jake, go. I don't think any of the girls can go look it up fast enough, but that was a podcast that really had it had more than a meaning. It had more than a connection. I don't know how to describe it other than there was something about that, about recording it and about releasing it, and then the emails, the comments, and the texts that I got afterwards. Maybe it's more of a spiritual connection because it's something you guys go through together, something that we've gone through together. All of us at different times in different places have had some form of, and I'm not saying suicide. I did not have a suicide attempt. If you're going to look for the general suicide attempt, you're going to be sorely disappointed. That's not what that was about. But it was about the moments leading up to those type of decisions. We just turned on the microphone and kept talking. It was a very real thing. And it was positive. I won't tell you it was dark and led you down. It was positive. There was some stuff there. In fact, you know who would relate to the ending of it, the last part of it, he listened to the whole thing, is my sister-in-law. And and I don't want to spoil the ending. Yeah, big surprise, no spoiler, but that was a real thing. So if you want an Old Man Jake, you can email me. Go listen to that podcast. Brother, we'll talk. I always got time for you. You've been around a while and a great supporter, great comments all the time. If you've been there for us, if you need me, then I'm there for you. Scott, $9.50 for the Gen X Dad Cigar Fund. Isla del Sol is my cigar of choice. Right on the side of the box, it says, sun blessed, hand wrapped in the laps of virgins. Yeah. Now, I assume it's women virgins. It doesn't say, but it's very nondescript. But I've had those cigars. It's from women. Trust me. I'm very sure. I'm mostly sure. I'm reasonably sure. I have no idea. But they're a beautifully put together cigar. So thank you for that, Scott. I'm going to run right out and get some more of those and smoke them until I can't smoke no more. That's about it. I got to go, you guys. I really got to go. I got to go in behind. Trippy and Lion, fuck you guys. I'm putting their shit in there. Do-do-doom-doom-doom. So what I missed, I think I'm down there to the very end. All right, listen, I got to go. I do got to run. I thank you guys for showing up. I thank you guys for communicating. I thank you guys for comments. I thank you guys for the donations. But most of all, I thank you guys for tuning in. If you're going to waste an hour and a half of your day, what better place to waste it than when Gen X talks? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I know that it takes time out of your day. I know a lot of you are unwinding and relaxing, but you're unwinding and relaxing with a couple hundred people in here that think like you, that feel like you, that have that old school nostalgia feeling of common sense, nuts and bolts terminology. We don't get caught up in the pronouns. We don't get caught up in the woke movement. We don't get caught up in all of the movements and the sign chanters on the side of the road. We just go back to a firm handshake and it meant something. We go back to yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. We go back to when you made a promise and it meant something. And there's a lot of us here that feel that way. And even when they're not talking about those individual things, it's still the vibe of that community, of that era, of that old school nostalgia, throwback, yesteryear era. It doesn't matter if you're greatest generation or the silent generation or boomers or Gen X, and there's even some millennials that feel the same way. Maybe we were born in the wrong decade, but we can all end up in the same spot. Can't we? I think so. So I'm going to say goodnight. I got some stuff I got to go do. Gen X Mom is patiently waiting for me on the couch. Now, I wish it was in lingerie, but she's actually putting her hair in a ponytail so we can watch the football game. Whole different vibe. I should have just left it at couch and things. Your moment in mind would have been a bliss, and it's not anymore. But that's the truth. That's what we're doing. So I got to go. There's other things I got to get done too. I'm way behind on a few things. I was driving on the road all day today, and I'm wore the fuck out. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for participating. And wherever you're watching from around the world, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.